Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Larry Duncan Allen, and this is No More Water. Fire, next time. I don't know if you noticed that on my I put on my opening a doctorate degree for me. And you know what? You know what I did to get it? Absolutely nothing. Just my normal job. See, that's why I don't pay all that sort of stuff any attention. You just have to know the right people. I didn't do nothing to get that doctorate degree. Given to me back in September. I didn't do anything to get it. It was just given to me. So they gave it, so I took it. But look, my subject today is about the MAGA people who are feeling sorry for voting for Trump and felt like he betrayed them and all, and they want to be forgiven and want to come back into the fold of humanity. So what do you think? Should they be forgiven, or should we just say screw them? The reason I say that, I want you to listen to this first before I give my reply. I want you to listen to this lady here.
I continue to see video after video of MAGA defectors. These are people who voted for Trump up to 3 times and now totally regret their vote. Whatever that line is, it's been crossed. For many people, it's the Epstein files. I continue to be slightly confused as to why that is the line. But it is the line for a lot of people. And some of the problems I'm seeing, and forgive me for saying this, comes from the left side who are refusing to accept these people who no longer want to align themselves with Trump. There are plenty of people who are born and bred left-leaning. But there are so many people in this country who absolutely have not had the chance to deconstruct some of the propaganda they were raised with. And it's taken till now. So we have 2 options. We either reject those people or we accept them. And if we don't accept them, I think we're going to have a giant problem moving forward.
So what do you think? Would you rather accept them or reject them? Well, let's go through what she said. She said they was fed propaganda, and now they want to come back into the fold. We're gonna have a problem if we don't accept them. I think we're gonna have a problem if we do accept them. The hell with them. You wanna know why? The only reason they're sorry is because Trump's policy is hurting them. Just about every MAGA person I know of, they wanted to do something to hurt someone else. And they're only sorry because they're hurting. Give them, you say they voted for him 3 times? I heard someone say he lied to us. No, he didn't lie to you. The one time Trump didn't lie with you, all he does, but he did tell the people what he was going to do. He told you what he was going to do, and he showed you some of it back in his first term. What he did to the farmers, he did that in his first term. And he meant to do what he's doing now and then. That's why he was so upset when he lost to Biden and tried to steal the election anyway, because, see, he's 4 years behind what he was planning on doing. But he wasn't planning on losing to Biden. These MAGA people, what they're doing is they see what they did didn't work. It's like somebody who was out to hurt you, see you get hurt. But because you didn't get hurt and them and theirs, see, some of these people, they may not be getting hurt with some of their people, but because them and theirs are getting hurt instead of you, Now they want to say, sorry, I was wrong. I didn't know. You knew. It's just that what you had plotted didn't work. See, when you do what you meant to do, you didn't make no mistake. You didn't make a mistake. It's just that it didn't go your way. Now you want to call it a mistake. A mistake is I meant to set something down, but it fell on the floor. I didn't mean for it to fall on the floor. So that was a mistake. I just didn't set it down right. But if I purposely threw it down on the floor, then somebody come and walk on it and break it, then I wouldn't say I made a mistake putting it on the floor. No, I didn't make a mistake and do anything. I just didn't. I did what I wanted to do. I just didn't like the outcome. And that's what's happening with the MAGA people. They did what they wanted to do 3 times, most of them, but they just don't like the outcome. I'm not thinking about them. I tell you about me. I don't care nothing about the MAGA folks. I don't care nothing about them. Because I'm not going to get involved with them tomorrow. We're going to have a problem. The problem is if we accept them. That's what's going to be the problem. I'm not thinking about them. Tomorrow we were fed propaganda for so long. That's your fault. If you're that weak to accept that propaganda, if you accept propaganda of hate, is that people supposed to feel sorry for you? Propaganda that you knew was going to hurt a lot of people. That's just like Nazis telling Jews, they knew what was going on. We're talking about we're sorry. Now that the jig is up, they wouldn't want to hear that. You did because you did what you wanted to do. It just didn't work out for you. In the same way here with these MAGA people. Now, I'm going to play another video for you. I want you to listen to him. So these people take somebody to be a fool.
We're having a lot of MAGA defectors, right? This has never happened before. Since 2016, they have been on his side for absolutely everything. This Epstein file thing has really crossed party lines because especially with him saying like, stop talking about it, because it really gives the vibe of I'm your father, so I said so, right? I'm your papa, I said so, stop talking about it, all right? Nobody likes that. Doesn't matter Republican, Democrat, Independent, no one likes being treated like that, especially when they went out of their way to vote this dude into office, right? Now, the natural reaction with a lot of people who didn't vote for him is going to be like, I fucking told you, you're an idiot, you're this and that, calling them names, this and that. I know this might be a little bit controversial, but that's not the move. The move is to say, okay, fine, what are you going to do about it? What is your next step? And I'll tell you why. A lot of people that voted for him are not the type of, hey, I was wrong. So the new spin is going to be from them is he's changed. He's not the same person. This isn't who I voted for. He's not doing any of the things that he said he was going to do. Which to us who didn't vote for him is going to be like, bro, come on. He's been lying since birth. Like we every time this guy talks, it's a lie. We all know that. However, the wrong way to go about it is to poke fun and to cuss them out, do all this stuff. Keep it at, hey, what are you going to do about it? Secondly, they're going to start doing the whole age thing, which is going to be hilarious because honestly, the simulation writers, they're top tier right now. They're like the freaking Succession writers. They're up there. They know what they're doing. And they're going to use the same thing that they were using against Biden, where they were saying, oh, he's getting too old. That's what it is. It's getting too old. And they're going to run with that. So whatever, just kind of grit your teeth and say, hey, what are you going to do about it? Because you seem to be like totally okay with just sitting by. So we have the chance to kind of become a little bit of the instigators to kind of push them towards the right direction.
What are they gonna do about it? Want us to push them in the right direction. I'm not pushing them nowhere. If you want to cuss them out, make fun of them, that's your business if you want to. They need to be. I'm not pushing them nowhere. I'm not. If they go see a psychologist, I'm not here to be fixing all these different people. Because let me tell me, I'll tell you this: had it went the other way, and things was going for the MAGA people like they wanted it to go, you think they would accept you? See, the thing about it, the Democrats and the people, that's their right. That right and left stuff is really white folks stuff. But the thing is, the people on this side is not a MAGA night. Why we always got to be the forgiving ones? Why we always got to be one trying to fix somebody? The hell with them. Fix them. Get themselves fixed. Go see a psychologist or something. See why they voted for that idiot. I'm not here to be trying to fix people. Most of them people been how they've been for a long time. They just didn't start. You know why? Because the majority of them are in red states. They've been voting Republican for decades. It just didn't start. Because see, Donald Trump is just Ronald Reagan on steroids. Ronald Reagan really changed the Republicans, that conservative movement, but really so with Barry Goldwater. Then Ronald Reagan came along and he reinforced it. But see so they just didn't turn this way. They've always been this way for generations. Most of the red states vote Republican, but yet get most of the things that benefit them from Democrats. Most of the things that benefit people in the red states has came from the Democrats. But yet they continue to vote Republican because of racism. They see Democrats as the party of the N-words. N-word lovers. That's where they see it. They're not fooling anyone. And see, when the immigrants used to come here, they would talk them against black people because, see, the immigrants used to wouldn't vote Democrat. They always voted Republican. I saw videos from back in the 60s with this Asian man talking against black people, talking about how they were told how black people are. Well, we were told stuff about you. And what we told about you was true. What you told about us wasn't. Keep yourself on over your own neighborhood. We need to run y'all up our neighborhood at these stores. Put our people in these stores. My city leaders won't do that. We need to practice some racism. Yeah, I said we need to practice some racism. And be for ours just like everybody else is for theirs. We won't be out of place. That's what everybody else is doing. And it's benefiting them. They're just crying now because there's a chink in that racist armor. And what Trump doing, I told people, Project 2025 is going to hurt these other people more than us. We've always been through it. We're still in the semi-form of Jim Crow. A lot of people don't know it. Do you know they're doing? See, black people just got up from under slavery. Then 10 years later got under Jim Crow. We never really got completely out. We just got from under Jim Crow in 1964. Do you know that before 1964, a white person wasn't really required to be prosecuted or responsible? They weren't really required to be brought to justice for unaliving a black person. That's why when they did unalive people like Emmett Till, people wonder, well, why come they didn't do anything? The people who did it was on the courthouse bragging about it and laughing with the sheriff. Because they really wasn't required to. Even now, the only time white people are held accountable for unaliving a black person is if there's a video involved. You see, every time there was no video, they got away with it. To give you an example, see Rodney King, that what started the video era. Many people, like white people, like they were so surprised at what those cops did. We weren't. They weren't either. They just happened to see it for themselves. They knew what was going on. But look, remember Lamont Arbery, the jogger, who those guys ran down and killed and unalived for no reason? Do you know when it came to the prosecutor dropped the case since there was no foul done, no crime? But one of the men there, he brought out the video, put it all around saying it's going to vindicate us and show that we did what we were supposed to do. And that's what hung them. He actually showed the unalived on the video and how malicious it was. And actually how stupid he is. He thought it was going to vindicate them. That's the only reason that they was held liable for Arbery's murder, Lamont Arbery's murder, was because of a video. Without the video, they were going to let them go. Michael Brown, I guarantee if there had been a video, Darren Wilson would have been held accountable. But there wasn't. George Floyd, if you had saw the police report that Chauvin turned in, there wouldn't have been any charges filed, but there was a video. Breonna Taylor, had there been a video, she lying in bed sleeping, somebody breaking her house and shoot her while she's still lying in bed, that in itself should let you know there should be some charges. He was convicted. You know what he served? 1 day in prison. That was a slap in the face, really. But see, the thing is, just stop and think. If just the thought of someone in bed sleeping, you break in their house and shoot them, and they're still lying in bed, what does that tell you? But there was no video. Anytime there is no video, a white person, Latino, or anyone gets away with unaliving a black person. Then they wonder why people record everything. That's why. Because the reason I say even Latino and people of color, they get away with unaliving a black person. Did you know that? George Zimmerman, he was Latino, but they treated him like an honorary white when it came to Trayvon Martin. So these people, they've been MAGA for a long time. They may not be MAGA in name, but in their ideology against us. That's who I'm talking about, against us, not all these other issues. And just listen to, they've been MAGA all the time against us. It just wasn't in the name, but now they got a name for it. Forgive you, the hell with you. I'm not thinking about you MAGA folk. But look, even, do you know that there was a white guy who was a friend of mine and also on Facebook? You gotta be careful now who your friend is. When Charlie Kirk was first unalived, I'm gonna get back to my subject. But you know what he said about Charlie Kirk being unalived, and anybody who says anything against him can unfriend me. I don't want to be your friend. I say, who's Charlie Kirk? I didn't know who Charlie Kirk is, because we don't troll them like they troll us. Show you how black folks not concerned about these conservatives. Most black people didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was until that day. So he said, I said, but I text him, I said, I don't know who he is. But I tell you, I'm going to find out, and I'll put whatever I want to put on my page, and you can unfriend me. If I don't like what he say, I'm going to say what I got to say. You don't tell me what to put on my page, because I talk to friend and folk like that. Okay. I looked up Charlie Kirk, and I blasted Charlie Kirk. He didn't unfriend me, but he can anytime he get ready. I'm supposed to, you know what he told me? No, the reason I said it, he texted me and said, he told me who Charlie Kirk was and said, just listen to him, just listen to him. You'll love him, you'll love what he said. Me, a black man, he know how I am. And he actually thought I was going to like that stuff, Charlie Kirk say, to show you just how out of touch with us they are. Even if they're supposed to be your friend, to show you how out of touch they are. A black man like me, he know how I am. And he actually thought I was gonna like that stuff that Charlie Kirk say about black people. That's why I say most of these people have been MAGA since slavery, since there's been a nation. It just got a name now. Not fooling anyone. Stay on over in your lane. We don't need you. Because it's the first time you get a reprieve, things start going okay. You're going to turn on us anyway. I'm going to play another video for you.
I'm Derek Doster. I'm from Dresden, Tennessee. I am a former MAGA. Used to love Donald Trump, but I failed to see what he really was. After the January 6th events, it changed. I was for Trump the entire time he contested the election because, you know, I always grew up in the Republican household where dead people voting. It's not the case. But what the Republican Party has become, it's become MAGA. It's become Donald Trump. It's his people, no matter what he says, it's the truth. To all these people, and my family included, you know, they're MAGA, they're not Republican. They're not Republican whatsoever, not what I grew up. Republican Party to me is you hold an extreme level of integrity, you have a solid moral compass, you trust in God and the teachings of Christ, love your neighbor as yourself. The Republican Party that I have been supportive of my entire life is different.
I'll get off here lying. The Republican Party has always been MAGA. They just found the right leader. Love your neighbor as yourself. Stop lying. Not except if your neighbor black, then you run them out the neighborhood. See, people like him, they're just making excuses because more than likely someone in his family lost a job or he lost his job, somebody lost something. That's the only reason. I know I'm speculating, but I'm speculating out of facts though, from what I've seen and observed, that most people who leave MAGA, them or somebody they love or like, got hurt by MAGA. As long as people they were hurting other people, they didn't care. These people don't give a damn about you. They don't. Stay where you at. Don't nobody need you over here. You're gonna, as soon as things get back right with you, you're gonna turn on us anyway. That's what happened when you come. You talking about I was brainwashed. There's no excuse. Because look, what he's talking about all the things the quality he said that the Republican Party was for. When has Trump ever showed any of those qualities? Never. Oh, they pro-Christian. When have Trump shown to be a Christian? Unless that's their brand of Christianity. Trump has shown no redeeming qualities. And for you to vote for a man like that, that shows what you're about. That shows what you're about. That's why a lot of people who I used to be around, listen to, I found out they was a Charlie Kirk fan. I distanced myself from them. Because that shows what they was really about. Excuse me. And that showed what they were really about. How can you be a black person's friend that you idolize someone like Charlie Kirk? And you notice how they talk about Trump and people like Charlie Kirk, I love them. They love Trump. What you doing loving him? He's just a president, a politician. Why are you so much into the person? I voted for Obama. I didn't love Obama. I voted for Hillary. I didn't love Hillary. I didn't love Biden. I didn't love Kamala Harris. I don't love none of them. They're just the person I felt was the candidate I vote for because I felt they was the best candidate. But these people around here talking about how much they love Trump. You're loving him. You're into the person. That's your problem, you MAGA folks. You're into the person, him personally. I wasn't into Obama personally. I voted for him because he was a black man who was a good candidate. Partly because he was a black man too, but he was a good candidate. Because to show you how black people are, you see that woman down in Virginia. She's MAGA. She's not a good candidate for black people. Black people didn't vote for her because they feel she's not a good candidate. Now, if she was a good candidate, yeah, black people would have voted for her because she's black. And it happens to be a good candidate. But if you black and a poor candidate for us, we don't vote for you. If you white and a poor candidate for us, we don't vote for you. I knew you said, well, a lot of black folks voted for Trump. But how many compared to who didn't? They make it seem like black men ran off and left the Democratic Party. 8 out of every 10 black men who voted for Kamala Harris. And that's a high number. It may not be as high as the women, but we don't have to do everything perfect together. And the one thing about it, the Democrats went too feminist for a lot of men. You can't get men to vote and you constantly talking against them. If a woman is masculine, she's strong, independent. But if a man shows is masculine who's supposed to be, is toxic. You can't talk to a man like that and think he's going to be for you. Instead of asking, when they said black men, a lot of them wasn't voting for Kamala Harris. Did they even try to go to the black men and find out? Then you act like you want to take a belt out and whip him and tell him what he better do. People always do that with black men. You never try to find out why. He's like we just inferior. That's why black women treat us like we're inferior because we don't have no reason for what we do. We're just doing it. And that's what happened with the Harris campaign. When people said that she was slipping with the black male vote, she never did do anything to try to get it back. But getting back to my subject, like with Charlie Kirk, I mean not Charlie Kirk, but with these MAGA people, they think they're fooling someone. Especially those Cubans. I was watching something on them today. Oh, they really suffering. Some of them never been to Cuba. They came here. Some people been here over 60 years ago. They were granted political asylum. They took away the political asylum. Some of those people gonna get unalived when they go back. The government's looking for them. So when you do stuff like that, people feel like the United States can't be trusted anymore. The United States became a superpower because people they used the dollar as the world currency because the United States was trusted. It was seen as reliable and stable. Now people feel like they can't trust the United States anymore. If they make a treaty with you, the next president may come in and abolish the treaty. We're making a trade agreement with you, the next president come in and change it. Now Trump, he went against a trade agreement with Mexico that he signed. Now how can you trust a person like that? How can you trust a nation like that? The United States is never going to be where it was before because it's lost most of its trading partners, most of its allies. Britain is now stopping some of its intelligence sharing with the United States, which they've been doing all this time. At least down in the Caribbean area, because they say they don't want to be complicit to what Trump is doing down there in the Caribbean, because it's unlawful. And you MAGA people, you people, and all those people in the Trump administration that's enabling him. This Trump not gonna last forever, and they're gonna be held accountable one day. They're gonna be rounding you up just like they did those Nazis in Germany. They rounded them up, hunted them down. They're gonna hunt you down too when you get somebody with some sense in the White House. But thing is, either way it go, I haven't been hurt at all. Most people haven't. Oh, I know that some. There's gonna be some black people hurt, like the black women lost their jobs. I hope they get them back when all this get restored. Because a lot of them were making, some of them were making 6 figures. See, most black women who had high-paying jobs is with the government, because they was hired as a dominant minority, black and female. We added female to it. The female wasn't always added to affirmative action. They still calling us minority and lumped everybody else in there. So black men actually really got nothing from affirmative action. That's why he's not being hurt, or DEI. And DEI wasn't for black people. It was made for white women. It was a rebranded form of affirmative action made to give white women in the corporate structure. That's what it was designed for. Everything that's designed is never designed for us. That benefit, we may come in on it, but it's really designed for them. And see, it's now to the place where the reason I don't pay MAGA any attention, when now they're talking about, when you hear people talking, and they talk about the different enfranchised people, they don't even mention black people anymore. And you think we're going to get up there and help you? You forgot about us? The only rights you got came through us, through the civil rights bill that we fought, and our ancestors weren't alive for. That's how many of you couldn't even immigrate here until the end. Then you come over here and be arrogant with us? Want to talk about we lazy? When we got more money, the black community has more money than any other, excuse me, any of the immigrant groups, all of them put together. Our problem is we let it leave our community and it's not spent right. If we were a nation, we'd be like the 14th richest nation in the world when you take all our money. See, when they say they talk about our spending power, we'll be the 17th, but we'll be like the 14th if you take all of our money. Now, how are we lazy with that kind of money? You don't have it. The Asians don't have it. No other group have it but us. So when they say that Nigerians is the most prosperous ethnic group in this nation, they may be the most prosperous as far as ethnicity. But when it comes to groups, but after white people, black Americans are. But people always want to leave us out. And what makes it so bad, I hear a lot of black podcasters talking. And when they talk, they leave black people out. They'll say people of color and then go down the line and never say black people. We're not people of color. We've never been classified as people of color. We've always been separate from them because our experience here is separate from them. We're not people of color. And then black men will get left out. I heard black women say women, people of color, or sometimes they'll say black women, then go people of color. Leave black men completely out. If black women think y'all gonna make it without us, you're greatly mistaken. No women make it without the men. We still make more money than y'all, even though you all got all the degrees. But we get jobs that don't, high-paying jobs that don't require degrees. Because no women in the world make more money than their men, including black women. So you can get up off of that. You're not the most educated. Education is K through 12. College isn't education, it's training. So quit letting these people pipe you up. Most of you don't go to college. Cause see, black women is begin to be another group black men got to look out for. Cause you don't seem to have our best interests at heart. When black men talk, we say black people. We don't say black men. Black women only look out for black women. If y'all want to do that, do that. When you start getting that dome split, don't come talking about where the men at, cause these other men not gonna help you. They don't like you. You don't want to be up under. You don't want to be up under a burden. Then don't be our burden when trouble comes. Cause you're doing the same thing now. Talking about black women, people of color, and leave black men completely out. You want to do that, fine, but we're gonna start leaving you out too. Cause we can do fine without you. You can't do it without us. Cause these other men don't like y'all. If they did, a black man wouldn't be able to get one of you. White man can come into a room and you walk and you all through yourself all over him. He can be a dweeb hillbilly looking man, probably a meth head. Leave out there with anyone who you want. All they care about you is for the motel. I'm not saying this to try to talk against you. I'm letting you know. If you want to leave us. And we'll leave you because you've been doing that. All you hear about is black women, black women. You all cannot leave. Black people have fought all. We haven't made any gains since black women taking the helm. Black men we set up organizations and work through them. Black women don't set up, don't organize. What organizations have you all set up to help black people? You haven't really set up any to help black women, let alone black people. Yeah, I'm talking about you too, because you part of this mess too when it comes to black men. And I'm going to say it, black women have made disenfranchise themselves from black men. And if you want to war against us, you better get your helmet on, because you will lose. Because these other people do not respect you. They don't like you. They only do that because they want to see you disenfranchise yourself from your men. That's the only reason they're doing that. To keep up turmoil. They have been using you against us. You notice how black women always call it black men, trying to like they're homosexual, down low. That came from white supremacy ideology. They said, we're going to make black the new gay. But we're homosexual, really. That's what it is. But, so what they did, they started trying to act like black men, so many of them homosexuals. You know why they did that? Because so many white women were after black men. And you go talk about how they want a black man. Because everybody want a black man but black women. So they tried to put that out there, all that homosexual and down low stuff, so the white women would stop going after the black men. But it didn't work. The white women started coming even more. But where it did work was the black women picked it up and ran away with it. You know, it's all on social media. The black women showing black men in dresses. Talking about he on the down low. You know where that down low came from? There was a guy named G. King, I think. He came on Oprah Winfrey show. He wrote a book about how he had a wife and was messing around with men. Black women took that and ran away with it. Because when you don't like your men, you bring up stuff like that about them. Tonight is your night too. Because you've been working against us also. I've been hearing you all, black women, people of color, talk about everybody but us. So we need to start doing the same thing. Black men, people of color, we need to start doing the same thing. You talk against us every chance you get. And then when we need to start going on the offense against you, you want to go to war, we're ready. And you will lose. So you better get on board with us. Better get on board with us and stop this fractionalize yourself from us, disenfranchising yourself from us. We can make it without you. You can't make it without us. These other people don't like you. These other men, all they want to do is take you to the motel. Now I know the white men I know who talk to black women, you know what they all tell me? And they don't even all know each other. You tell them that about how much you hate black men. A lot of white men have told me that. And they talk that. 'Cause I know a lot of white people. You tell them how much you hate black men. And you know the black men I know who have white women and other women, they won't even allow those women to talk against black women. You know this, you know. Yeah, I know I'm off subject. But see, these black women, they're treating us almost like MAGA too. I'm talking right now, I'm talking about the enemy of black men. Because if you all want to talk about women all the time, tonight I'm going to talk about men. Look, if you notice, when a black white woman or any woman get with a black man, they become pro-black. They actually act more black than they do on their own of their own culture. But you notice when a white man, another man get with a black woman, they may, if there was a race, they said they could be a racist and they feel like that way. You know, racists will get with a black woman. You know that? Klansmen got little black babies running around here. MAGA men got little black babies running around here. See, because a man like you don't mean he like your people. If I get a Chinese woman, that don't mean I'm crazy about Asians. I just like her. But you all don't change those men. The white woman changed for the black man. But the white men don't change for you because you be talking against your people yourself to them. And he's talking against black men yourselves to them. So you all better straighten up, or we're gonna have to leave you up. We're gonna have to leave black women alone too. But getting back to it, and we don't want to do that. Because you see how we stick with you. Now, that many black men are with other women. It may seem that way because not many black women are with other men because they don't like y'all like that. Or you would be with them. But the reason I say that is because we stick with y'all. Most of you fat, but black men still stick with you. Except when you start making money, because the fatter the wallet, the smaller the woman. I'm not talking about no drug dealer wallet. I'm talking about men, decent men. Because everybody with money is not high level. But look, these MAGA people, I've only brought black women up because you all treating us like the MAGA folk. You've been against black men. You're going to come back into the fold or get gone. But look, I don't forgive these MAGA people. Those who want to can do so. But the only reason they are talking against Trump and MAGA now, you notice he talked against Trump. But they say all the stuff that he said is stuff that Trump is not. So how could you be fooled by him? And the woman who said, we got to forgive them, we ain't got to do a damn thing. You can do it. We got to forgive them because we're going to have a problem on our hands if we don't. No, we're going to have a problem on it. If you let a skunk into your tent, that's going to be your problem. Leave them outside your tent. How you going to let them in? Somebody, it's going to be a problem if we don't. No, it's going to be a problem if we do. Let them go on about the MAGA business. And now they're offering excuses. Well, I was brainwashed. Everybody does something for a reason. But like I say, this MAGA stuff just didn't start. It's been in those people's heart all the time. They just had the right leader to come along and bring it out. Trump came along and brought it out. That's what happened. But I'm not going to hold you long tonight. But, hit my Cash App if you can on my PayPal. I want to keep bringing programs so bringing guests on. And some guests you have to pay. I got some high level guests. I want to come on, but I don't want to get too far in debt with this show because I got other shows, I got other things, but everything has to sustain itself. Don't be scared a black man gonna get some money. We don't be scared the other folks gonna make some money. Like I said when I came on my opening and closing, you see a degree I was giving up to a doctorate degree. I didn't do nothing to earn it. I tell the truth, but I'm not like these other people. Like they did so much. I didn't do nothing to earn it. But they gave it to me. So I took it. They give me another one. I'll take that one too. Hang it up to the file. I ain't do a thing for it. But my job. And I do my job well. So if they honor me with a doctorate degree, I didn't do a dissertation. I didn't do none of that. But I got it, and I'm going to keep it. You'd be surprised at the people out there who got a doctorate degree and didn't really earn it. No, I didn't do the norm. I guess they thought I earned it because of the work I do, but I didn't do the normal stuff to get it. They gave it to me, so I took it. If anybody else want to give me one, I'll take that too. I'm just honest about things. I don't have to hide nothing I do. I'm not going to sit here and talk like I did this great dissertation and it was through hard work and studying. I didn't study nothing for it. It was just given to me. Anybody else out there want to give me a doctorate for no reason, give it to me. You can give me some money for no reason too. I'll take that too. See, there ain't no shame to my game. I don't hide stuff. I be who I am so that if something come out about me, yeah, it's true. That's right. Right or wrong, I admit to it. Not something that's gonna get me in legal trouble. When it comes to personal stuff, if it's good or bad, yeah, I did it. So what? Might do it again. That's where you have to be. Don't hide stuff. It's like these people telling that magazine, they know that's what they want to do. It just didn't go well. If it went well for them, they'd still be at it. It wasn't because no great enlightenment, January 6th, all that stuff. Because something happened, you lost your job, or some of your people lost their job. Just tell the truth. You wasn't getting all the stuff you thought you was going to get. The man didn't hide nothing. He said what he was going to do. Because with me, I tell the truth. Yeah, hey, look, I got to get out of MAGA because it's not going my way. As soon as things get better, I get back in it. Because that's what they going to do. Their hearts and their ideology hasn't changed. They're just not benefiting right now. That's all. If you all want to take them back in the fold, go ahead. I wouldn't take them in nothing. Stay where you at. Suffer with the other MAGA-nites. Because this stuff they putting you through, it's going to hurt you folks way more than it does us. Because when you operate, and I'm going to tell you right now, black people, when you operate like those people, you're going to suffer like them. Black women operated like them, and they suffered like them in losing their jobs. You see, black men wouldn't get them government jobs. The government give it, and the government take away. I hope you get your jobs back. Well, to be honest with you, I really don't care. Man, I gotta be transparent in that. Come and think of it, I really don't care. Because you become an enemy of ours. I don't want to see my enemies prosper. And if black women gonna be an enemy of black men, I don't want to see you prosper either. And you're gonna be with us. I hope you get all you can get in a mass, all you can, and get your jobs back. If you're going to be against us, then the hell with you too. Well, I'm not going to hold you long tonight. I know I'm not going to get no cash out from the black woman tonight. But that's just the way it is, you know. You already done pull yourself away from us. And we can't continue trying to hold you up. And all you talk about black women this, black women that. Like black men don't even exist. Well, I'm not going to hold you long tonight. And same for you Maganites too. Anybody against black people, especially black men, since you all like to say especially black women, especially black men, I'm against you too. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not going to hold you long tonight. My name is Larry Duncan Allen, and this has been No More Water, Fire. Next time. I'll see you later. Or join me on Saturday for the East St. Louis Flyers football game at 2 o'clock on Saturday. They're going to be taking on Chicago Simeon in the quarterfinal round of the 6A Illinois High School State Association. Illinois High School Association state football playoffs. So they're taking on Chicago Simeon. That's at 2 o'clock Saturday. Tune in here on this Facebook channel or on YouTube on City of Champions on YouTube. And be sure to hit the Cash App, because if I don't get anything with Cash App, I can't do the next game just because it's going to be out of town. Because I can't get close to the last game, 11,000 viewers, and you don't send nothing. Won't even push the like button. That messes up my channel when you do that. And I'm not going to get my channel messed up over these games. If you don't do right on football, I know I can't do basketball. I'd have to cut it because I didn't broadcast the game for over a year because of this type of stuff. I'm talking to my local audience right now because of this, because you all wouldn't push the like button, wouldn't subscribe, but want to eye hustle every week. Unless something don't go right, be the first one to say something. But if I don't get any support, Cash App or PayPal, on this game Saturday, I'm not doing no more basketball either. Because I know I'm not going out of town. I went out of town last week, spent my money, and lost money. And that's not going to happen again. Thank you for tuning. I don't have to be on the air for you to send it. You can send it now through my PayPal Cash App. When I'm off there, you can send it. Because if not, I'm going to have to leave sports alone again. But remember, leave these MAGAs alone, and black men, who are ever our enemies, we got to call them out. Even if it's our own women. Right now, I think I'm for black men. Because nobody else seems to be for us. So we're going to have to look out for ourselves, black men. Okay, thank you for tuning in to No More Water. Fire next time. I'll see you next time.